Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and thank you so much for joining us. I know there are many other things you could be doing with your time, but why would you want to do anything other than watch a man solving Sudoku? Who knows? Anyway, what we have today is a puzzle by Alf Smith, who is very much, I think, specialized in the clueless Sudoku with gold cells with a sort of friendly vibe. As in friendly cells vibe. I mean, I'm sure Alf is a very friendly person. It's a very old school name in a way, Alf Smith. Anyway, I'll have a look at this puzzle in a moment. I do want to mention a couple of new things. One is that on Thursday, Simon will be putting up his collaborative solve with Emily, the competition winner from last month. Emily is British this time, I think, and so Simon told me that she was pretty smart. We'll see the effects of that in Thursday's video. So congratulations to Emily. Pretty smart anyway for winning the Patreon monthly reward, or for entering the Patreon monthly reward. Obviously, it's luck if you win it, because only one person gets drawn out. Emily won it, and she went for the collaborative video with Simon and apparently did a good job. So that's coming out on Thursday. Do check it out. What else have we got coming up? We are now announcing that we are going to be again this year at the Stratford upon Avon Literary Festival. We'll be doing a 1-hour session. They call it a workshop. I think we'll probably try and solve a puzzle live and then take questions in any time that remains. And that was very much the formula. It worked quite well last year. We're hoping to see some of the same and some new faces. Do get yourself a ticket. I had a look at the website. They seem considerably cheaper than last year, the tickets, which is great. Do come and join us. November the 2nd, I think it's a Sunday, but it is definitely the 2nd. And of course, we're surely a much bigger draw than the other big names at the festival, like Graham Norton and John Cleese. I don't know who those guys are at all. Right, that is coming up in the future. What is now in the past is, of course, the hunt, the Labours of Rostam hunt, which was August's Patreon monthly reward. Thank you so much for all the nice comments that have come in with the solutions. Honestly, I'm really grateful for them. They're very helpful. And we've also, it'll be a little while till the solution videos. Oh, also in tomorrow's video, I think you might hear me saying that is still live, just because that video was recorded a couple of days ago and didn't get up because we had to give you this news now. So that's on Patreon. There's still crosswords and connections, although again, no crossword video this month and no solution videos yet. So a bit slow on Patreon, but never mind. We've got all sorts of things, though, on our apps. We've got very many different types of apps: Chess Sudoku, Miracle Sudoku, Sandwich Sudoku, Fog of War, and The Worms of James Sinclair and Marty Sears. So those are all available on our apps. You can go to the links under the video and find your way to Sven's Sudoku Pad and support Sven. You can find the catalogue of our puzzles, the Discord server, so much going on. But the first link is to Clueless Entropy Sudoku 2 by Alf Smith, and I'm going to go through the rules now. Normal Sudoku rules apply: 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Entropy applies. Every 2x2 square of cells in the puzzle must contain a low digit from 1, 2, 3, a middly digit from 4, 5, 6, and a high digit from 7, 8, 9. That's going to be tricky. In my normal colour scheme, I would make yellow 4, 5, or 6. Probably that won't apply today, as you can see that today we have a number of yellow cells in the grid, or rather gold. They're gold cells. A gold cell contains its position within its row, column, or box in normal reading order. Now, not its box number. Please note, it is not its row number, column number, or box number. It is its position within its row, its position within its column, or its position within its box. Let us take this cell. That is in position 9 in this row, so it might contain a 9. It's in position 2 in this column, so it might contain a 2. And it's in position 6 in the box, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it might contain a 6. It doesn't contain a 3. Box 3 is irrelevant. So that is how all possible gold cells are given. So this could not contain either a 2, 8, or 5. So it's a sort of very much a double-edged rule. And we must apply the negative constraint as well as the positive one. Okay, those are the rules. That's all we get. We've got entropy and we've got these sort of clueless cells, friendly cells, I don't know, gold cells. Let's just call them gold cells. Let's start the clock. Let's get cracking. Okay, I am lazy and mechanical enough to just put in, like, I can use row numbers because that is position 1 in column 8. These are in row 2. I'm literally going to enter all the candidates for the gold cells because that will enable me to have some fixed candidates. We can only select from one of 3 digits for any gold cell. So that's the row numbers. These are the column numbers. I know I said don't use row numbers and column numbers, use positions, but there is an equivalence, as I just explained. 5 there, 6 there, 7 there, 8 in this column, 9 in this column. Now, for positions within the box, that's position 2, this is 6, that's 9, this is position 4, that is position 9, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, this is position 3, 7, 9, position 2, 4, 7, position 2, 3, 4, 8, this one on its own, position 6, and down here positions 1, 2, and 5. So let's hope I've got those pencil markings right, and let's see if we can spot any pairs or triples. Well, that's the only one I think I can see is a 3-9 pair, and that's not all that helpful. Okay, do we have any known entropies? Actually, probably not. So I'm looking for any cell which is confined to only the digits 7, 8, 9. Or anything that's got only 4, 5, or 6, or anything that's only got 1, 2, or 3. I'm not finding any of those at all. So do I have to use the negative constraint? Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, this is a very obvious way to go about it that I didn't think of, and I apologize. Right. One of these digits in row 9 has got to have a number 9 in it, obviously. And that must be gold because it is in the 9th position in its column. So this must be the 9. And this is the only yellow in row 1. So this must be a 1. Now, the only position in a box, that doesn't matter, annoyingly, because this rule doesn't apply. There's no reason why a Sudoku needs to have a 1 in one of those positions or anything. And a box number is, yeah, that's really interesting. So you can only use this for columns and rows. But here's column 1. There's only 1 gold cell, so that must be the 1. Now, has this done anything? The 2 is in one of those cells in column 2. This is column 5. So we must have a gold 5 in it. And now we know that that's here. 6, these are 6, 7, 8. One of these 2 is a 9. Let's just be a bit more rigorous about the rows. One of those 2 gold cells is a 2. One of these is a 4. One of these is a 5. I don't really want to mark across boxes. One of those is 7. No, I don't have anything else to do. Okay, but I do now have some colouring to do. Let's go blue, light blue. on the light blue, which in a gold cell comes out as a teal green. But that's for low. 5 is middly, which I would normally have made yellow. I'm going to make purple today. And 9, I might have made orange or red. Let's definitely go with red for 7, 8, 9 being high. And this is interesting in this 2 by 2. There's a 1 and definitely a 2. So the other 2 cells must be middly and high. It's not that helpful. I mean, I know that's middly or high. That's not actually very useful after all. Thought I was onto something for a second. Oh, here's a thought. The 5 in row 5 has to be in a gold cell. So those can't be a 5. The 5 in column 5 we know. So none of these can be a 5, and we can place 5 in the central box and colour it. That's quite odd to think about that suddenly. Why was that so helpful there? I don't know. Is it because the box had a lot of white space? This box has a lot of white space. I don't know what it means. Sorry. I'm trying to work out whether spotting that 5 was placeable in this middle box is a lesson for the rest of the puzzle. And I don't quite know how it is. Maybe it's just because we had that 5 as a full digit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand what I just did. Isn't that sad? I did it, but I don't know how I came across it. Right. Oh, okay. Actually, there's a lot of white cells that this is going to matter for. So, oh no, there aren't. No, there aren't. It's not white cells that it matters for. I was going to say this digit can't be a 2 and it can't be an 8. So it must be its position 5, but it's not gold. That's absolute nonsense. It can't be a 2 or an 8 because it's white. But I also know, yeah, okay, I don't know what I'm thinking now. Right, let's try and reset a tiny bit. 9 in this box, because we've got a 9 in one of those cells. 9 is ruled out of all those, so we can put a 9 in there. And then 9 in column 6 is going to be in one of those two. There's going to be a 9 up here somewhere. That's not so helpful. Well, this is an interesting 2 by 2. It needs a middly digit. That's got to be the 5 because there's no middly candidates there. Goodness me. Okay, so one of these is low and is 1 or 2, and the other is the 7 or 8 and is... Oh, 5 I can colour, obviously. Oh, goodness, this is very strange to get your head around. Right. Oh, no, I was going to say that needs a low digit, which must go here, but no, 3 is obviously a candidate as a low digit there. This 2 by 2 needs a low. This one needs a low. There must be a low here. I really am in some confusion as to how to go about this puzzle. I mean, I've made some progress, but I haven't understood the progress I've made at all. Six, seven, 8 is now definitely in one of those two cells, because there is an 8 in column 8, which must be gold. This 3-9 pair, is that more useful than I'm seeing? Really not. If that was 9, this would be 3 and that would be 9. We'd have 9s in these positions. I don't know what that means. Tricky this, Alf. Tricky. Five is quite constrained in this box in that it's ruled out of those cells. It's actually ruled out of here because it's not a gold cell. So 5 must be in one of those two. So odd how this works. I don't really get it. Struggling. One of these two is a 4 because 4 in box 4 is gold. That means none of these are a 4. And the 4 in this box has to be in one of those two cells. It can't be here or it would be a gold cell because that's position 4 in the box. Oh, that's so strange. So this is a 4. Now, that is purple. We need a high digit in this 2 by 2, and that seems to have to be an 8 here now. And that's a 2. And this is fulfilled for its middly, low, and high. This one is not. This has to be a middly cell of 5 or 6. It can't be 5 because it would be gold. So that's a 6. And that's now not a 6. And by Sudoku, this is a 5 in the box. Goodness me. Okay, well, at least I'm doing something now. This is now not a 5. And we had 5 narrowed down to 2 positions here, so that's a 5. Now, one of those 3 are 5, so that's not really very helpful. No, that's incorrect. Right, this group is a 379 triple. Oh, look, I've got 4 looking at that cell. I've now got 379 looking at this one. So this is 4 or 6 and definitely middly in the entropy wars. Oh, that's a 6-7 pair looking at this digit, which is now a 9 and high. And that places 9 in box 6. Everything about this puzzle is surprising me at every turn. Okay, I've got 2 and 3 left to place in the row. They're light blue. That is the same color as this. Now, entropy. We need the other digit from 4, 5, or 6 to sit here for this 2 by 2, and it can't be 5 or 6, so there's a 4 sitting in one of those. That means that's a 6, and this is a 7. And now I can fill in 6 and 1 there. That's good. That becomes 7. This is crazy. 6, 2, 5, 4, 7, 9. These are from 1, 3, 8. I don't want a pencil mark now. I find it too confusing. There's a 2 that can't be in those cells. So one of these 2 is a 2. It can't be here because that's position 2 in its box and it would go gold. So that's 2. That's 3. Now, we need to have, it's a 4 in that column, 3 in that column in gold, a 6 there. That can't be 6 anymore. a 7, an 8, and a 9, a 2 in that row, a 3 in that row, a 4 in this row needs to be gold. That must be here. 5, 6, 7 in one of those, 8 in one of those. Okay, so 4 has gone gold here. 7s are high digits. So both of these two 2x2s need to have a high digit in, which is an 8 and is in one of those two cells. I feel like I can do more without quite seeing. 9, 3, 5. No, that's one of each already. We need a low digit here, but it's definitely going to get either a 1 or a 2. The same is true here. That's a 1 or a 2. That's a 1 or an 8. This is 1, 2, or 8. There was a moment when I thought this was all going to just flow and become easy, and very unsurprisingly that didn't happen and I got stuck again. Still never used this 3-9 pair in row 3. I just don't have any other information in the row. This column rather, feels theoretically promising. This can't be a 2 because it would be gold. This can't be an 8. Oh, okay, that's getting interesting, isn't it? I don't know. This can't be an 8 because that is column 8. This one is position 8, so that can't be an 8. So this is the only place for 8 in the column. Then this is the only place for 7 in the row. Goodness. Okay, well, that's something done. That has become a 2 since it's looking at a 1. That might have become a 2 from the moment I coloured it. How do I know it's not an 8? Hang on, did I miss pencil mark this cell? There's every chance of that. Do I know that that's not an 8? No, I think that was probably a bad pencil mark. I don't really know, but anyway, I'm not going to go for that at the moment because I don't know. Okay, we need a 9 still in one of these. We've got 1, 2, 6, 7 left here. 7, 6, 4, 9, 3, 5. Anything ruled out? That's not allowed to be a 1 by its position. 5, 6, 7, 2, 9. Well, we've got to fill in 1, 3, 4, and 8 in this column. But this is in column 4, so it can't be a 4. It's also position 4. Yeah, I don't know exactly what to do there. 3 and 4, those two are the same digit. Oh, I've forgotten entropy again, haven't I? Now, where's that going to be brought to bear here? We need 1 low and 1 high in those cells. Maybe not there. How about here? We need this to be middly, and it must be a 4 because it sees 5 and 6. Oh, that's really helpful. That becomes an 8. This is now not an 8. Okay, it's slightly helpful. I'll modify. 4 seems to only have one place in the central box now. That's good. Oh, this, right. That has to be an 8 now to get the high digit into both 2x2s in the box. So that's a 1, 3 pair. This is an 8. That's now 2, and that's 1. They're low. And this is high. These two are both low. And am I missing anything about the entropy? Yes, this now must be high in this 2x2, which wasn't the conclusive way round it could turn. We need a low digit in one of those two, which is 2 or 3. We need a high digit here and a high digit here and a high digit here. So a high digit in one of those two and a high one in one of those. Okay, it's really powerful where two of the same appear in the same 2x2. So this has to be low for the 2x2 in this area, I think. And 6, 7, 9, 4, 5, 8. That is low because all the middly and high digits are seen. One of these is low and one is middly. I don't know how that plays out. One of these two is low and is now a second one in the row. Oh, goodness, I don't find this easy to do at all. 8, 4, 2, 5, 9. We've got 1, 3, 6, and 7 still to place in this column. 5 and 8 are definitely up here. Oh, have I forgotten? Yes, we needed a 4 to be in gold in this column, so that's here. So I did forget one of those things. 4 is purple by my scheme. One of those is 3, one of those is 3, one of those is 9. This is the 2 in gold in row 2. That's low. Gets the teal green because it's a gold cell that's gone blue. The palette mixing is very strange to me. Now, this is one of each, one high and one middly. And this group needs the 3 in the box because it needs a low cell. So that can't be 3. So that's 9. This is 3. That's 6. I've got all the gold cells filled in. That feels like a step forward. Low there, high there. Okay, we need a low digit here for the 2x2 that it begins, and that's now a 2. Now we need a low digit here for this group, and that is a 3. And now in this column, we've got 4, 5, 8 triple. Can't be a 4. That means that there's a, oh, hang on, I've put 2 2s in this box. Well, that is a disaster. Let's go back to where I did that. That is a complete fiasco. Now, why did I claim that was a 2? What I thought I was thinking about at this point was that there was a 3 in this box. So why didn't I put a 3 there? I don't know, complete aberration. That can't be a 2 by Sudoku. That 6-7 pair makes that a 2. Okay, well that makes more sense and ease. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm really sorry. Just a complete brain explosion there. That is not a 2. So this is a 1-3 pair. Now I can fill in 2 in this box, assuming I've done other things right, which now is something we can't rely on. It's aimed to be so debilitatingly foolish. Right, 3, 4, and 7 still to place. That one can't be 7. This one can't be 4. And that is also 3, 4, or 7. And in this column, things didn't get easier. I know there's a 6 there. We need a high digit here. That's not helpful. Anywhere where there are 2 of the same color next to each other is potentially helpful. Ah, this cell has to be low because of this group. Okay, so that is, in fact, it sees 2 and 3. So that's a 1, and that sorts out the 3 and the 1 down there. That places 3 here, 7 here, 4 here. That's getting some stuff done. Red there. This one is a 4 now. That is middly. So this has to be high, and that makes it a 7. And this is a 6, and that is purple. Now we've got 2 purples next to each other. This needs to be red and 8, according to the box. These are a 3-5 pair, but this needs to be low. Ah, entropy. You're bringing this all together. So low is blue. Middly is 5. This is not 3 or 7. In fact, none of these are 1. And this digit is left to be a 6. It's a naked single. Right, we've got, oh, in fact, that's a 7, that's a 3. They're all done. 3 goes coloured. 7 and 6, they're not the same colour. 6 is purple, 7 is red. This has to be low. And it sees a 2 in the column and a 3 in the box. That's a 1. Oh, this is all coming together now. I can just fill in this digit. It's a 9. 285 to place here. I expect the entropy will sort this out when I've done the Sudoku candidacies. Yes, 786 needs a low. And there we go with the colours. Red, purple, blue. And I think we're still okay on entropy. Right, I've got a 4-5 pair there. They're both the same colour. And that means one of these is low and one is high. It also means the same here, where one of them has to be a 1. And that has to be here. This is then high and is 8 or 9. But this is also high for this 2x2. Also 8 or 9. This group of cells is 2, 6, 7. What's entropy doing? It's looking at that group and saying we need a low. It's looking at this group and saying we need a middly. And it's putting a 7 by default in the corner. That now can't be a 7. Okay, let's go down to here. This is a naked single 9. And that is going to sort out all the high digits above it in the box. That's a 9. This row needs a 3-4 pair. Let's just do the Sudoku first of all. This is a 5-8 pair. We know the order thanks to an 8 higher up. That's 5 is going to give us 5-4. 4 is going to give us 4-3. That's going to give us 3-9. That is going to give us 2-7 here. So before I put in the last cell, let's complete the colouring. This last colour is low and it's a 2, and I think that is the puzzle done. And a very clever Clueless Entropy Sudoku 2 it is. Not easy at all, but great fun. Thank you, Alf. Most entertaining. Your specialism in this gold Clueless style of Sudoku has really paid off there. So thank you for watching as always. Pleasure to have you with us, and I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.